It doesn't look very green. Rare earth processing in China is a messy, dangerous, polluting business. It uses toxic chemicals, acids, sulfates, ammonia. The workers have little or no protection. But rare earth elements like yttrium and cerium are prized for their magnetic properties and high conductivity. And the low-carbon technologies, the key to implementing a deal in Copenhagen, depend on them. You buy a Prius hybrid car and think you're saving the planet, but each motor contains a kilo of neodymium and each battery more than 10 kilos of lanthanum, rare earth elements from China. Green campaigners love wind turbines, but the permanent magnets used to manufacture a 3-megawatt turbine use about 2 tons of rare earth. The head of China's Rare Earth Research Institute shows me one of those permanent magnets. He's well aware of the issues.
The environmental problems include air emissions with harmful elements such as fluorine and sulfur, wastewater that contains excessive acid, and radioactive materials too. China meets 95% of the world's demand for rare earth, and most of the separation and extraction is done here, so the pollution stays in China too. We're under a lot of pressure, but it's a problem not only for the companies, but also for the whole of the world and mankind.
The authorities gave us a DVD of Bayan Erbo in Inner Mongolia, where most of the world's rare earth is mined along with iron ore. They wouldn't let us film it ourselves. But at Baotou, 100 miles away, we found the frozen tailing lake, where rare earth mixes with mud, waiting for processing at nearby factories. Technologies we all use, like computers, mobile phones and energy-saving light bulbs, use rare earth processed here. And local villagers whose farmland has been ruined by seepage from the lake pay the price.
The Baotou Environmental Bureau tested our water, and the result was it shouldn't be drunk by people or animals, and it can't be used for irrigation.
High on the frozen steppe of Inner Mongolia, a huge wind farm. China's aiming to be the world leader in wind energy. Chinese negotiators at Copenhagen may resist political commitments, but the government's already subsidizing new technologies to boost the economy and be sustainable. Deal or no deal at Copenhagen, there's going to be an increased demand for wind turbines, both inside China and outside. But what the Chinese want to ensure is that they're not just providing the essential raw materials, the rare earths, and doing the manufacturing, but that they also have access to the most advanced low-carbon technologies. The writing on the wall says, become the leader of the world in rare earth industry. But China can't produce enough for everyone anymore. And if governments are serious about low-carbon technologies, other countries will have to start producing.
I think that if we don't get a couple of projects up and running very, very quickly, there's going to be a very severe shortage of rare earths in the world. And all of these clean energy technologies that we're legislating and trying to implement through policy changes are not going to be possible.
Champions of a low-carbon future have yet to wake up to the environmental price Chinese workers and villagers are paying. At Copenhagen, politicians talk of cutting carbon emissions, but they can't meet any targets without rare earth. And that means a sustainable supply, and not all from China. Lindsay Hilson, Channel 4 News, Baotou.